Donald Trump, Paul Ryan, Medicare changes. What does it mean to you? Stay tuned. Hi there, it's Chris Westfall here with a real quick update on the proposals to change Medicare as we know of ending 2016 and the new incoming Republican president Donald Trump and Paul Ryan as the Speaker of the House. Now, a lot of people, clients of mine, have given the opinion that, oh my God, Donald Trump and Paul Ryan are finally going to screw up Medicare and it's going to be completely gone. Let's look a little bit closer on what has actually been proposed by Paul Ryan, who, as you may recall, was chairman of the House Budget Committee, who is directly responsible for finding out how we're going to pay for the entitlement programs going forward. Now, I struggle with that term entitlement program because seniors have earned their Medicare benefits. It's nothing that they're necessarily entitled to like a benefit. It's what they've already earned and they're just getting that back. That is very important because what Paul Ryan has proposed, and you can look at his House website, I'll put the link here, is in 2024, which is quite a few years from now, people joining Medicare for the very first time in 2024 will have an option to a private pay system where the government gives them money and they've got a different field in which they can go and look for, like a marketplace, a plan that'll best suit their needs. Some people might want a strict little HMO. Other people might want, like today's Medicare Supplement market, where you can literally go to any doctor in any hospital anywhere. So there'll be more choice in 2024. Those already on Medicare right now, like you, my clients, and prospective clients, won't have to worry about a thing. Everything will continue, but you'll have the option, if you want to go into that privatized system. Why is he doing this? Is it because, like the old commercial showed, Paul Ryan wants to throw Granny off the cliff? No. He's an economist who studied the numbers and knows that Medicare itself is not sustainable. There are not enough people like me contributing lots of money into the Medicare system based on a percentage of what we're making right now to support the baby boomers. It's not a question of emotion, it's a question of fact. It's not a solvent program if it's left to itself. But the most important point that I just want to leave you with is this. The most radical proposal out there right now, the person that only wants to do something about this, Paul Ryan, his system does not even address anybody that's on Medicare right now. And as a matter of fact, it won't touch anybody that's coming on to Medicare for the next however many years that is, 8 years. It'll only be 2024 when they begin to have the choice of having more control over their health care rather than just a single payer option like there is right now. So my big message to my clients and to the senior community at large is please don't panic. Please don't freak out. This is not something that's been proposed to take away your Medicare benefits that you have earned and that you are entitled to by the mere fact that you've paid into it your whole entire life. Nobody on Medicare right now is even proposed to be affected. But Medicare will be made more solvent if one of these types of plans is implemented within a 10-year budget window. So within the next 10 years, if they can pass a plan that takes effect in 8 to 10 years out for future beneficiaries, all that means is that for the current people on Medicare right now, it will be there for you for the rest of your life. And really, that's my biggest concern looking at changes proposed to Medicare is, can we do something in the country to make sure that the safety net that people have paid for is what they expected when they get time to take those benefits. So if you paid into Medicare and you're 65 or you're about to be 65 right now, you're going to get the benefits that you were promised when you've been paying for it all those years. I think that's the biggest takeaway from what I've seen proposed by the Republican Party and Paul Ryan specifically, and that's the current proposal as of 6 months ago, was to just start introducing an option, or a myriad of options really, a marketplace in 2024, and that's quite a few years down the road. But no proposal has mentioned anything about taking away or changing your Medicare if you're on Medicare now or about to be. I encourage you to subscribe to this channel on YouTube because as things progress and as things are proposed in the senior sphere in Washington. I'm part of an organization called the National Association of Health Underwriters, which is a group of people that get together, go to Washington, and talk to our representatives in Congress about passing bills that are going to be beneficial to our seniors. So stay plugged in, and the best way to do that is to hit the subscribe button below so I can keep you informed on things that are proposed to change with Medicare. And if you're not already a client, give us a shot at your Medicare business. Your Medicare Supplement is what we focus on. We're in 46 different states, and we do everything by telephone, so we don't have to come to your house and get tea and lemonade and wipe our feet off and all that kind of stuff. Now everything's done over the phone. Just like your banking, it's very safe and very secure. We have thousands of clients across the country who have found out that by having an independent agent, you can save money over the agent that might be down the street and only represents one or two carriers. My name is Chris Westfall. Thanks for watching. God bless you. And we'll keep on top of this, I assure you. But make sure you don't have any fear. Nothing is proposed to change or take away your Medicare. Thanks. Bye-bye.
There's even been a web ad that's been run that looks a lot like you pushing an elderly woman off of a cliff. And Democrats have simplified their message, saying the Republican plan, your plan, kills Medicare. What is the shortest, clearest response to that from you?
Obamacare kills Medicare as we know it. Obamacare raids $500 billion from Medicare to spend on Obamacare, puts in place a 15-panel board to ration Medicare of unelected bureaucrats. Our budget repeals the rating, gets rid of the rationing board, preserves this program, makes no changes for a person 55 years of age or older, and saves Medicare by reforming it for our generation so that it's solvent. The president's plan does not save Medicare, allows it to go bankrupt, rations the program and raids the program. We get rid of the rationing, we stop the rating, and we save the program from bankruptcy.
Let's get into some specifics. Here is Senate Majority Leader Harry Reid speaking about your plan, citing CBO stats now being repeated by many other Democrats.
I would ask seniors to pay more for their benefits, for their health care, charging every senior $6,000 more every year in exchange for fewer benefits.
$6,000 more out of pocket every year. Your response?
What that analysis forgot to include was the extra $7,800 a year that go to lower income seniors to cover all of their out-of-pocket costs. What that also forgets to include is that Medicare is going bankrupt. They're measuring any Medicare reform plan like ours against a mythical future, a fiscal fantasy, which is a collapsing system. And what it also forgets to include is the fact that if we don't do something to fix Medicare, the whole thing goes down. It goes bankrupt. And according to CBO, which they said later in the letter, number one, it's going bankrupt in 9 years. Number two, what we are trying to do here is give seniors more choices and have more competition to bring down those prices, and it fails to include any of that analysis.
I didn't hear 7,800 as a number until just now. I mean, past couple of days.
They literally forgot to put that in the analysis.
Here's another specific charge from Senator Reid about your plan.
It would turn over seniors' health to profit-hungry insurance companies.
Now, Congressman, what makes you believe the market will, in fact, drive down health costs?
A couple of things. Private companies already offer Medicare. Private companies have Medicare Advantage. Private businesses offer prescription drug benefits. Medigap insurance is offered by private health insurance companies. Part A and B is already delivered through private health insurance companies. So if he's concerned about private businesses involved in the Medicare delivery system, then he should be concerned about Medicare as we know it, because that's exactly how the benefit is delivered today. What we're saying is have a system of choice and competition where Medicare sets up a list of competitive plans, guaranteed coverage options that seniors choose from for 54-year-olds and below, and then Medicare subsidizes those plans. It's the same system I have as a congressman. It's the same plan that President Bill Clinton's bipartisan Commission to Save Medicare recommended. This is what we're proposing for 54 and below. By the way, that saves Medicare and prevents it from going bankrupt. Senator Reid seems to be content with the fact that Medicare is going bankrupt because they're offering no plan or solution to solve the problem.
Well, you know the healthcare marketplace is one of the most complicated in the world. Even doctors spend a lot of time trying to figure out what's best for them. Now, if your plan was law, wouldn't it mean that seniors would have to spend an inordinate amount of time going through plans to try to figure out what's best for them in the marketplace?
Seniors have experience with this. The prescription drug benefit works exactly this way. They have a number of plans to pick from. They can choose their plans, leave their plans, and go to another plan if they like a different one. And what happened with the prescription drug benefit? It came in 41% below cost projections. Name me another government program, Brett, that came in 41% below cost. Why? Because the seniors are in charge, because they get choice and competition. So Medicare already has experience doing this. Current seniors already have a lot of choices for Medicare Advantage or prescription drugs to pick their benefits. We're simply saying do that, replicate the successes we've had, and do that for the next generation of seniors to save the system so that we can keep the promise and cash flow, the commitment of the current system to the current generation of seniors.
You had a conversation that was caught on camera with former President Bill Clinton this week. And after he had said that he was concerned the Democrats might not move forward, he said to call him. Did you?
We're setting up a call. He's traveling, so he's been a little busy. But what I saw, what I got out of that little interaction was a display of elder statesmanship. And what he basically said was Democrats shouldn't use this as just a political weapon. They should fix the problem. He knows the math. He knows Medicare is going bankrupt. And the biggest threat to Medicare is the status quo. And if we want to save this program, which so many people count on, we've got to fix this program. And I think the president was just simply acknowledging that fact.